Hello everyone. You are watching me flying the F4U Corsair, a high-performance American fighter from World War II in a simulation. As you see, the video is simulating the attack on Pearl Harbor. You can see the Arizona being sunk there. It's not completely accurate, but it's just a simulation. Here you see me taking off the Corsair, and I am basically going to try and take down the Japanese bombers that are approaching. As you watch me fighting the Japanese, I'll explain a little bit more about the Corsair. Firstly, it was mainly used in the Pacific theater against the Japanese. It turned around the war in the Air Force because it was the first American fighter that could outperform and take down Japanese fighters. It was so good, in fact, that it outperformed the Japanese fighters in every way except maneuverability. The Corsair has a few distinct features. One of them is the engine. It has a very powerful engine for its size. And another thing distinct about it is the propeller. It has 13 feet in diameter, and it's a very big propeller compared to most planes. It's bigger because the engine is so powerful. It needs 13 feet in diameter to utilize all of the power that the engine makes. And now on to the last feature. The wings of the plane are bent downwards to give the landing gear more height, which makes it so the propeller can turn during liftoff. If they weren't bent downwards, then the propellers would hit the ground when they try to spin, and eventually break off and just bad things will happen. So, in general, the Corsair is a superior airplane to the Japanese. The kill-to-death ratio of this airplane was about 11 Japanese planes to 1 Corsair shot down. Enjoy the rest of the footage. Alright, here we have the P51 Mustang. The simulation is on the same map, even though the P51 didn't fly during Pearl Harbor or the Pacific Theater in general, but I did fly it out on the same map just for convenience. But this time I am up against a German plane, just like the planes that they fought in the European theater. And the German plane is my friend Lee. He's flying a FW-190, which is better than the P51 Mustang in almost every way except maneuverability. Along with the FW-190, the P51s also fought against Bf-109s. Both of those fighters were the main fighters of the German Air Force. And also, both of those fighters were better than the P51 in multiple ways. In fact, the Bf-109 takes care of everything the FW-190 can't. So, together they are almost unstoppable, but we proved them wrong in the war. One of the main reasons why we won is because we outnumbered them So on to about the P51. The P51 was mainly used in the European theater to escort bombers and fight German aircraft. As you see in the picture, it's a picture of 4 P51s to the right escorting a B-17 bomber to the left. And you'll see in a minute, I'm about to get into a dogfight with the FW-190. The dogfight starts right as we pass. The P-51 was basically the best fighter that the Americans had in the war. And you see here what the FW-190 looks like. So at this point, the German plane is down. I shot off his right wingtip, which made it lose lift. The reason why I won that fight is because I managed to outmaneuver him and get on his tail first, before he could get on my tail. Here you see the Bf-109, which was the most popular fighter used by the Germans. The P-51 was worse in every way except speed when it comes to fighting the Bf-109. Alright, you're about to see me crash because I tried as hard as I could to stay on his tail. I mean, I got a few hits off, but I just couldn't follow him, and he eventually brought me into the ground. Good job on his part, though. Alright, here's one last fight against the Bf-109. You can also see in this footage that I have a much harder time of trying to get on his tail because the Bf-109 is just, it can turn so fast, it's hard for me to compete with that. But here in the end, he decides to go head on with me, and I get enough shots off to set him into flames. So yeah, that's about it. Thanks for watching, and thank you for your time.